That's the planning commission. It's Monday, May 11, 2026 at 6 p.m., 6:05 p.m. Roll call, please.
Yep, so Lopes Serrero is excused. Zagami,
Here.
Cronin,
Here.
Deason,
Yes.
Garrett,
Here.
Jordan,
Here.
Lumper.
Here. Oh, Shane, nothing against you, but
I'm sorry? What's your problem, David?
I said nothing against you, but you're not chair no more. You did such a nice job. Not saying that you're doing a terrible job at all, Shane.
Am
I out of order?
To talk. I mean,
Okay, sorry, sir.
Thank you.
I think you had the floor.
Item 2. Open public comment period for the item that do not appear on the agenda, nor as a public hearing. Is there any public comment?
We do have an individual online who has their hand raised.
Individual wants to talk?
Yes.
Okay. What's his name? Her name?
The name on the screen is Vern. I believe it's Jim Pincinel. Jim, would you like to speak under public comment?
Yes. We in?
Yep.
All right. Good evening, Jim Penson, 5002 Arrow Street, Weston. Just a couple
Can't hear
things.
you. Could you adjust your microphone?
Right.
Yep. Jim Penson, 5002 Arrow Street, Weston.
I can't hear.
Hear me now? No, yeah.
They're working on it, Jim. Hold on a second.
I'll wait right here.
I'll go. Try that, Jim.
Can you hear me now?
I'm all the
Yes,
way.
no?
All the way up there too, huh?
Must be warmer than me. I can't.
How about now?
How about now?
That's better. That's better.
All right. Good. Got through it. Okay. So a couple things. One, I see the police department is on there for review from the planning commission. I would just ask that the planning commission exercise common sense and courtesy to the taxpayer and urge staff to waive any ridiculousness similar to what was done with the Greenheck Turner building, as far as allowing no islands in the middle of the parking lot and the wild landscaping standards that we have. I know they've been relaxed some. I haven't seen a landscape plan for this project, but would ask that we don't have to spend a pile of taxpayer dollars to put 5,694 points on the board here for this new police department, because we're all paying for it. And then the only other thing I had is I see there's discussion on the safe drinking salt shed spill oversight, whatever that new plan is going to be called here. And I would ask that the planning commission request a report of actually what happened with that. I know some of our other reports from the zoning department get lost in the sauce, and we've got stuff we've got some complaints that are years old, and would like this one to maybe come back annually or something of the, hey, we've got these 5 sites and this is when we visited them and this is the results of the visits, that sort of a thing. There's not that many of these salt storage sheds out there that are in wellhead protection zones, so I don't think this would be all that difficult or very time consuming to do. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anybody else? Nobody else? All right. Written communication disclosure and recusal, member of the body should make any required disclosure of recusal during this time. Anything? None. Item 4, minute of April 13, 2026, Planning Commission meeting.
Motion to approve as presented.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? I have it. I'd like to ask, we take item 6 first, then we go back to item 5. If everybody agree with that, do we have to make a motion on that?
No, as long as you all agree.
Well, I'm fine with it.
Okay, everybody's okay?
Yep,
Great.
fine.
Item 6, site plan review, project number 2026-0116, Mountain Bay Metro Police Department and Municipal Court Facility at 3600 Community Center Drive. Okay,
Okay, I asked for this to be moved up on the agenda just because Dustin was supposed to be online and he's got some other meetings that he has to attend. And he said he could be on until 6:30, but I guess he's not on there. So I will attempt to answer any questions that you have on the project, and the chief is also here. The staff has vetted the site plan for the new Mountain Bay Metropolitan Police Department, and this will include basically the municipal court will be also in this building. The project is on Community Center Drive. It meets all zoning requirements of the B2 district. I did have a few things that we were still waiting for when I put this together for you, but they have since come back with an updated photometrics plan that is okay. So we don't have that restriction on there anymore. In regards to the landscaping, there's pretty minimal. It just meets code. We had Jeff Falkowski, who's our arborist on staff, look at it to make sure that it was okay. We can bring that up if you want to look at it. I did not include that in the packet. Other than that, it meets all setbacks, all building aesthetics. I'm not sure exactly what you want to hear about it. If you've got questions for the chief, the building elevations were included. They do have a proposed a shed in the back that is an alternative. We're not sure if that's going to go in right away or if that'll come later. The only thing that was outstanding is the garbage enclosure. We're not exactly sure right now. They're proposing that next to the generator pad, which is that kind of that dark spot right there. So we just need to make sure that that has enough. It has to have 3 feet around it, essentially. So they just need to make sure that that pad is big enough for the generator that they have.
Don't like blocking it for service. Gets to be a pain.
I think the engineer is online. If anybody have any question,
They are
Actually,
not.
he's not.
he's not.
No, he must have
Okay.
got called away to his other meeting.
Well, chief can answer a question, I'm sure.
Sure. What question is that?
Well, if anybody has any
Sure.
question.
Yep.
It's a pretty standard
So,
site plan.
yep, just a couple points. This building has gone through the oversight board. So they're the ones that were part of the whole design on this building. We had a couple of challenges on the building. The building is now facing to the east. We own 2 lots in there, and there's that gas line that after we got going with the design, that there's a gas line in there and the parking lot's over the top of that gas line. So that's the reason for the way the building is arranged. But Dustin's been working real hard on this with us, and we have some elevation stuff that's in there on that piece of property, and that was tough for us to work through. So it's gonna go out for a bid if it gets approved, and we'll see what the bid comes in because we only have so much dollars set aside for it. So
Is that the reasoning for the alternate for a shed?
it is. Yep. So that's a storage shed. There's no heat in it. It would just be used for evidence for overflow stuff. So currently right now, we still have stuff at the old Everest Metro Police Department. Some of the stuff is in the outside buildings that's there. We're trying to make sure we have enough room for all the stuff that we acquire over the years. So,
And Jeremy, that would be all secured,
yeah.
security wise and stuff.
So currently what we have at the other facility is more of a pole shed type building. But we I believe there's conduit run out there so we can put alarms on it, but stuff that's in there, as long as that building's secured and there's officers coming and going 24 hours a day, it's not like it's sitting all by itself on a piece of property. So. And the stuff that's in there is more or less sensitive. It's just stuff that you have to house someday. So it could be anything from bikes to cars to stuff like that.
Yes, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'd like to make a motion to recommend the site plan, architectural elevations and exterior building design approval to the Board of Trustees for the Mountain Bay Metro Police Department and Municipal Court Facility located at 3600 Community Center Drive, subject to all staff conditions and outstanding technical requirements as identified by village staff, as well as the conditions 1 through 5 listed on the.
Discussion?
Hang on, there's a second. I would like to modify my motion to include conditions 1 through 8. I apologize.
Mine second also.
Okay. Get that? And it meet all the ordinance and everything else.
It's only 1 through 5 and 1 doesn't need to be included anymore. Yes, they do.
Yeah, there's 8 conditions on here.
No, those are next actions, additional actions. So the conditions are under the recommendation.
You are,
So
okay.
it's only 2, 3,
I
4.
apologize. It's a lengthy
Yeah, sorry.
request for consideration.
That was my bad. I was looking down too far. I need to make the font bigger.
There's just some minor tweaks to the
We have to amend that motion or the motion is good?
2 through 5. The motion should be good.
I'm good if progressive
good.
planning is good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Any other question?
I had a question.
Yes.
Jen, you said these, the landscaping plan was within staff already?
Yeah.
And how are you dealing with that as far as have we relaxed that a bit?
Well, you guys remember we went through when Carrie was here and relaxed it quite a bit. So it meets current code.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
So, and the gas pipeline now is not under the parking lot?
It currently is underneath the parking lot.
It is.
It can be underneath the parking lot, yeah.
I think it's showing it on the plan.
Well, yeah, I was trying to
It's
see it
on
on
the
the.
side.
I think before, Jeremy, I think the building was kind of somewhat
Can you
in
bring
the
it
way,
up?
or there was a
Michael
struggle with
has
trying
it.
to make the building footprint fit under.
There was, and so the east part of the building is right on the 75-foot, hopefully I'm right on that, marker for where the gas line easement would go through, and the parking lot does go over the top of that gas line.
Before, there was a bit of a struggle getting the building to fit on there exactly what you
Right.
needed with the gas line where it was, right?
Correct. Until we turn the building.
So you resolved then what you're gonna have to do for cover over their pipeline? You know, I mean, you have a good idea what that's gonna cost?
I hope so when it goes out for bid, but because that gas line's 36 inches under, we can build up on top of it. But they just can't dig onto the pipeline. So I don't know what the plan is for that, but go ahead.
Yeah, so if you look how the building is oriented now, it's on the higher part of the site. The initial proposal had it sideways and a little, or rotated 90 to a little further south, which was gonna require a lot of additional fill to come into the site. So by kind of pushing the building north and rotating it, they're utilizing more of the flat spot on top of the hill there for the building pad. So then it's the same elevation more or less as existing grade. So putting the parking lot over the gas line doesn't have an extra cost on it. It's just the footprint of that lot moved to the east. So the lot line, since they had both lots, they moved the lot line east so that they could utilize more space there. And they weren't then constrained with the kind of the wetland pond area to the west and then the pipeline to the east.
I think, Joel, to answer some of your questions and my concerns with that is they're not gonna be trafficking heavy.
That's good, yeah.
Equipment, like when our cases we talk about is we have a concentrated amount of 120,000 pounds tracking over. They're not gonna have anything that large.
No, and it'll be paved
It'll
too,
be
so
paved, so
being
that'll
paved
spread.
allows that condition with A and R.
Actually, this is acceptable to the gas company.
Yeah,
Yes,
they'll just have
And
someone on
also-
site during construction.
And also by moving that structure and rotating it, that decreases the cost of the field at the site significant. So I think that's a good location for it. The pipeline is no problem. And public service doesn't have any problem with it because they're the one dictating that. So I think it's pretty good.
I guess the only other question I would say is, Jen, is A&R or Michael, do we know, is A&R charging? Because I thought their new thing is you have to have a watchdog on site the whole entire
We do
time.
have somebody on site, but I don't know if there's a charge or not.
They talked about charging for that. So anytime that there's crossing on it, they want somebody to be
Yeah,
there.
I realize. that.
So we just gotta be careful of how the means of construction are being done, Michael. We should, make sure we limit that. And only when the parking lot's being graded or those should they.
Well, that'll be the responsibility of the construction company that they hire
Yeah.
to work with A and R.
But again, I just want to make sure that whoever's working on it is understanding that as well, so.
All these are, I think, architect and engineer covered that in their spec. And I think it should be all right. So any other question?
One other question is briefly is this building expandable in the future on the present site?
It would be to the north. And that would not be affected by that gas line.
We're far enough away from that gas line?
Well, the gas line's on the
Runs
east, so if we go to the north, yes, we
It
would.
is on the east side.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was going.
Yeah, it used to be until we rotated. Now when you're looking at the
Oh,
building
that's why you're having
to
struggle.
the east, yep. So now that front driveway is coming right to the north, so you could go to the south, you could go to the north and add on to that because you have garage space there and then you also have offices and a lunchroom on that end of the building.
And the only reason I bring that up is because just from our planning commission, that all of the growth, I think Marathon County is expected to be in Weston on a go-forward basis, so I'm happy to hear that if and when we need to expand it, that we will be able to.
When I was reading the notes in here, we're probably closer. It said 40. That's our current staffing right now. We have 40 officers and 4 clerical staff. But we're probably closer to 50 or 60 officer capacity when this building is completed. So it's not like we're doing it just for what we have right now today. It's looking into the future. So we're not going to be here forever and someone else is going to be taking over as time goes on.
So Jeremy, the other question I guess I'll ask is, have you guys taken in consideration where that alternate shed would be? Like would you want to place that further to the north so that doesn't have to get moved in the future?
We do have the flexibility to do that. I know there's some drainage that comes off that curve and runs down. So I had to talk to Dustin about that, but there is some room to shift that a little bit more to the north.
That's maybe, a very astute observation.
Yeah, just because, I mean, if we can do it straight off the driveway where it makes the curve and put it in there somehow, then we don't have to move that again in the future for expansion, unless you're okay with the expansion going out into the parking lot, but then where would your parking lot be? Would probably have to be on the south, I suppose, and then it's.
And you got those drainage swales that are in there, but
kind of wrap it around the backside of the shed.
Yeah, okay. That was
Good
just
points. Thank you.
2 cents, that's all.
Good. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. Thank you. We go back to item 5. Unfinished business. Creation of salt storage shed inspection program, wellhead protection district. Jennifer?
Okay, we had time to work on this and we are proposing that we do 2 annual inspections per facility. So there would be a warm weather inspection in the spring through the fall, focused on structural integrity, pavement condition and site drainage. The winter operational inspection would focus on active use, material handling practices, and containment during operations. We have a standardized inspection worksheet that is similar to the one that the DOT uses. And then we kind of came up with a classification system and how to handle if we find any deficiencies. The first year would be to basically, have a starting point for it. So we would do the inspections this summer, and then we would do one in the winter. I did have built in underneath additional action, a report back to the planning commission. So that would be probably around this time next year. That we would come back with basically our findings. And then we could see if there's any issues that we need to address going forward. So.
That'd also be done for public works.
For our facility?
I don't know. In other words, when you report back, not just to the planning commission, but also the public works committee.
We could do that, yes.
Even if there's a problem, that's where we'll go next. Right?
Yep. Well, Michael's involved in it, so.
Anything else? Go ahead.
Question.
Sure.
Did we survey any of our neighbors? How many other communities are doing an inspection twice a year?
We did not. We did not contact any of our neighbors. Our wellhead protection ordinance, basically, you can elaborate on more, Michael, but this is really what we should be doing. This is very similar to what the DOT does for our site here.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're not recreating the wheel here. Ultimately, we have it laid out with the inspection template and guidance document for the inspections that ultimately, an individual other than myself or Travis could take over the responsibility of it. So.
I think one other thing we gotta realize, our well is very shallow, 90 feet to 110 feet. And the type of soil this side of the highway is all sandy soil. So it's easy to contaminate those wells.
So on these inspections are only in the wellhead protection area?
Just for the salt sheds in the wellhead protections.
Yeah.
So one thing I don't think I put in here, we do know of at least one existing facility that has never gone through the wellhead protection conditional use process. It was in existence before the ordinance went into place. So I don't know if you want us to take them through the process or see if we can take them through the process. But it is probably the one closest to our well.
I would think it'd be appropriate to reach out. I don't think we need to
Which
name
one
names or
is that?
anything, but
Which one is that?
It's closest to our well on Sternberg.
Over yonder.
Sternberg. Okay.
In the vicinity of our old municipal center.
The well protection is what, 1,200 feet,
Yeah.
right, Michael? 1,200 feet.
I would agree. I would think we'd want to put that through its paces, so to speak.
Yeah, it affects
I agree also. The whole point of it is to not exclude.
I mean, we don't have to be bullies about it. We just need to say this come to our attention.
We looked at it, or we?
Yeah. We just want to make sure it's compliant because it does affect our municipal water.
We can reach out to them and, broach the subject without going on the property first. So.
okay.
Anything else? Jennifer?
I don't have anything more to add. Unless there's any changes that you guys see, or if you want to, I guess, let us proceed for the year and we'll come back with outcomes next year around this time.
So you think if you do it 1 year, then maybe next year we can improve it or make some changes in there or whatever?
If we have to, underneath the additional actions, I mean, we could look at if we need to evaluate the ordinance at all. Just, if we need to provide any outreach and education.
Is there any further requirements that we have it on these? Being that they are in a wellhead protected area, like where your dumping site in case it's outside, has to be for surely in an asphalted area.
They each have their own conditional use, yes, like I said, so.
So if the existing one doesn't have the things that they're dumping on, we can make requirements for that.
We can look into that, yes. I would still think that the provisions would apply.
Yeah, so I mean, one of the requirements is that it's on an impervious surface, so I guess if somebody isn't on an impervious surface, we would. I guess give them notice that they need to look at coming into compliance.
Yeah, but some of these guys don't have the head height to be dumping it with a dump truck.
Yeah.
So we just don't want to be having them dump it in the yard and pushing it in and then leaving the excess salt out in the weather. Where it can soak down the ground.
Yeah. And I guess, you know, maybe just one other thing too, I know like some of our neighboring communities, they generally have well fields that are in kind of a very concentrated area of their community. Our wells are a little more dispersed throughout the community, so we're maybe a little more susceptible to having somebody within one of our wellhead protection areas, because it isn't just in one spot in the village. We've got 4, we have 7 wells that then overlap, so really it's 4 distinct areas of the village that have wellhead protection areas.
Anybody else? Question for Jennifer? You don't have to make any motion on this.
I think we have to make a motion to approve the salt shed program.
Yeah, I think we do.
Where is it?
Oh, page 13.
13.
Page 13. I'll move to approve the salt storage shed inspection program and associated inspection worksheet for implementation within the wellhead protection district as presented by staff to include their additional action points.
Is there a second?
We add just that they report back to planning commission and public works.
That's on there. Report back.
Yeah, but just to add public works, not just planning commission.
Planning commission and public works.
So last bullet point, report back to the plan commission and also public works.
Second. Discussion?
Sure.
Or all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. Thank you.
Look at, we got a smell.
Item 7, April 2026, staff approved certified survey map and site plan.
Motion to approve.
And second,
Second.
discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. Item 8, April 2026 building permit.
Or we need to.
Acknowledge.
Motion to acknowledge.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. Thank you. Item 9, Planning and Development Department monthly project update report.
The only thing I have to add to the report is that we are looking to have the first meeting of the joint Plan Commission, Village Board, the steering committee for the comprehensive plan. We're looking at Monday, June 1st at 5 o'clock.
June 1st, you said?
June 1st,
6,
5 o'clock.
5.
We could
We
go
can-
6,
We can
but
do 6.
we
but
just thought 5 gave you more time.
I would prefer six.
You're cutting into his time.
Yeah.
Will you be sending an email up for that?
Yes. Well, there'll be an agenda.
Yeah, but we need an email.
I'll send you an email tomorrow. Or after the board
And
meeting.
calendar event?
Yeah,
Thank you.
That too.
we need to talk to the board too.
Okay.
Can you text me while you're at it as well?
I will not text you.
All right, item 10, announcement commissioner remark.
It's
No.
I just want to say, I thought it was a really well put together on the salt, wellhead protection program. I'm excited to see it go into operation. I think it was a good effort all around.
No,
I have nothing to add.
all right.
I'm sorry.
Item 11, future agenda item and staff review, electric vehicle charging station. And
That's just so I don't forget.
Jen said it's just so she doesn't forget for a future agenda.
Yeah, those most likely won't come until the fall.
I guess I do have a question if I could ask staff.
I missed it.
Am I past it? Am I past my timeline?
Miss your time.
I'm sorry, Shane.
Go ahead.
Can I ask permission again?
Yes.
It sounds like when talking with Jamie today, there's a potential for some TIF districts and for some housing. Is that a,
The TIFs are both, well, TIF one is closed.
No. And
new?
It would be a new TIF.
we'd have to
Tips.
explore what the qualifications would be for a residential TIF.
Yes, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, that's a new, something new
Yeah.
that,
Is that something that you guys are looking into?
no,
And
because
find-
it would be project specific, I would think.
I realize that, but what I'm getting at is that something you're looking at that can be advertised out? That if we have availability for that, for the community, if anybody is interested in developing any of them? Or is that something
We
you're
can
not
start
interested in?
talking about it.
The only thing is Ellers has put together a presentation and I did ask if they would send it to us, so we would at least know what the qualifications are. If we even had an area where we would qualify.
Yes, so would that be something you would be interested in sharing with the planning commission? That presentation?
We could, yeah.
It doesn't have to be a meeting if you want to just send it out in an email.
It's also something that, depending on the steering commission for the comp plan too, it might be an item that we would, it may be something we would
That
work
gets
into that for
Put into
future
the
growth.
conference.
Yeah.
And it sounds like, Jamie, you got a little bit more like a workforce housing. So it'd be nice to hear some of those things, especially in our community where people that are looking for residents or looking for housing for employees. It'd be kind of interesting to have that out and availability of that.
I think that should be in a meeting setting though, not just shooting out
No, I mean, if there's a presentation that Ellers has put on, we could view it, a video of it ourselves, and then maybe it gets discussed at a meeting after
Yeah.
that, but it would be nice informational for us to watch and review on it prior.
Yep.
I don't think you want to sit here another hour and listen to that, do you?
I'm retired.
I didn't know if that was a yes or a no.
I think there's an A in there instead of an I. In the retired part,
Oh.
retarded.
All right,
That too.
item 12. Next regular meeting date, Monday, June 8, 2026 at 6 p.m. Number 13, accept the motion to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I have it. Thank you very much.
And 6:40, yeah.